size?
There are probably rules on when to move up to a booster seat, aren't there?
Rear facing, forward facing? I think I have it right.
Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Are your children in the right car seat for their age and size? Don't think you know. Know you know. Go to safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
I know my child's in the right car seat, or else I wouldn't get in the driver's seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock. It's called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest to help students like me go to college. This is beyond a simple donation. It's the opportunity for America to invest in its kids and take an active stake in the future of the country. The return on your investment isn't money. What you get back is knowing you protected our potential. So one day, that potential can grow up to become surgeons and architects, executives and engineers, people who can change the future just by being a part of it. My name is Alicia, and I am your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. A public service announcement brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
This is Nnamdi Asamoah. I play football for the Philadelphia Eagles, but what I do off the field with United Way might be more important. I'm a volunteer tutor and mentor. Why? Because over 1 million kids a year drop out of school, and that's not okay. It takes 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes about the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be me, or it could be you. Studies show that if we get to these kids earlier, their chances are better, and kids who read well by 3rd grade are more likely to graduate. So join me in United Way. Suit up and take the pledge. Become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor, because when a child succeeds, we all succeed. Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Take the pledge at unitedway.org. Brought to you by United Way, the Ad Council, and the National Football League.
They'll challenge your authority. They'll try to break your will. They'll push you to the edge of your sanity. Because that's what kids do. But this car is your territory, not theirs. Defend it. Who makes the payments? Who cleans it? Who drives it? You do. That's who. And in here, your word is law. So when you say you won't move until everyone's buckled up, you won't budge an inch until you hear that click. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. For more information, visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup.
Do current market conditions have you nervous? Our experienced team of financial professionals at Heritage Harbor Financial Associates understands that no two investors are alike. We all have different goals, needs, and appetites for risk. That's why the one-size-fits-all approach does not work, especially when planning for retirement. At Heritage Harbor Financial Associates, we analyze your unique investment style so that you can work toward your individual retirement goals on your terms. Heritage Harbor Financial Associates can help you take steps to reach your retirement goals by providing a wide array of financial products to fit your needs, even for the risk adverse. Give us a call at 631-331-6599 to learn more or to set up an appointment with one of our financial professionals. You can also find us on the web at hhfa.org or on Facebook at facebook.com/hhfa.org. Our number again is 631-331-6599. That's 631-331-6599. Investments in stock, bonds, and mutual funds and variable annuities are not FDIC insured and are subject to fluctuation in value, market risk, including loss of principal. Heritage Harbor Financial Associates offers securities through AXA Advisors LLC, New York, New York. Member FINRA, SIPC, annuity and insurance products offered through AXA Network LLC.
Be fearless at MMA Long Island and Seituha Karate. Located at 28 Colt Court in Ronkonkoma, MMA Long Island is the martial arts school for you if you want to learn combat-proven techniques, build confidence, discipline, and self-esteem while learning real martial arts to fight back against bullies, predators, and peer pressure. MMA Long Island offers group and private lessons for all ages and levels in traditional Goju-Ryu karate, MMA, and self-defense. MMA Long Island is one of Long Island's most affordable martial arts schools. There are no promotion, belt, or membership fees, and family discounts are available. All classes are taught by 7th degree black belt Sensei John Benedict with over 30 years teaching experience. So whether you want to get in the ring or protect yourself and your family, MMA Long Island can help you reach your goals. Visit MMALongIsland.com. That's MMALongIsland.com or call or text 516-381-9660. That's 516-381-9660.
Edward Lehman has been a trusted insurance advisor for over 16 years with insurance solutions for auto, home, commercial, life, and retirement. He's located at 54 Sunnyside Boulevard, Suite H in Plainview. That's just 1,000 feet south of 495. Local agent, local advice. The time to think about insurance is before you need it. So do yourself a favor, and before you pay your next insurance bill, give Ed and his team a call. Call 516-935-3900 or visit them online at www.allstate.com/Edward H. Lehman Insurance is your trusted insurance advisor.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Cause that's the bottom line. The Stone Cold Simpson. Everybody dies.
Because I'm better than you, and you know it. Woo! Yes, sir! What the rock is cooking? Now, welcome to Off the Mat with Alex Lowe's, Josh Silverberg, and Lyle Gillen.
I never know what this intro music is. I never get it. But it's okay. We're here. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, the only wrestling talk show here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. This is Off the Mat. Minus one person tonight, and there are reasons why he is not here. I'm Josh Silverberg, your host. Of course, with me at this time, my co-host tonight, my only tag team partner, Mr. Lyle Gillen, throwing in a little bit of a takedown breakdown theme, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's so excited to have this reunion, the greatest immediate wrestling tag team in the history of tag teams. Woo!
Oh, my God. Okay, well, he's pumped. I guess he had too much 5-hour energy before the show, so there's that.
No.
And, of course, always Speedy PD, of course, helping us produce the show every single night. That's awesome. We appreciate it. As always, missing in action tonight, of course, he is somebody that is very dedicated to the show. He's a massive part to the show, and that is Alex Slows. And the reason being is because the hurricane that's been out there on the news is in direct path to his house as we speak.
Let's be real. That's probably not the real reason. The real reason is probably his girlfriend broke up with him. He's all upset.
No,
he's staying home, crying in his room.
Don't do it. You see, you're such a bad guy. Like, you really are such a bad guy.
That's the real reason, guys. Don't listen to this hurricane.
It's not. The reason being is because of this. Okay. No, and also it's just we do hope for Alex and his family's safety and everything like that. The hurricane looks really bad over there in Florida. And he was going to come on the show tonight. He was, but, I had a talk with him. I said, listen, I think in this kind of time, in this crisis, I think you need to take a step back. I think you need to worry about your safety, your family's safety, your mom's safety, your girlfriend's safety. Everything's possible out there. I mean, think about this. Like, my wife is pregnant. If I saw or heard a hurricane was coming, I would not be here on the show. I would be doing everything in my power, and I know Lyle, you would do the same thing, and I know Speedy would too, everything in my power to make sure that my family and everybody is safe and okay and secure. So he was still going to come on the show today. We had a 20, 30-minute conversation on the phone about it. And I told him I think it's best tonight if you you take a step back tonight, worry about your family, worry about their safety, make sure everything is okay down there. Because listen, the hurricanes in Florida, dude, I have family that lives in Florida. They're horrific, and they can get really bad. So, of course, we hope that Alex and his family are okay. We know his father, Charlie, is in Maryland doing the Nationals game, so he's not there. So it's really, like I said, it's just – and his brother, I believe, lives in Virginia too. So it's really just his mom and him. And it's, that's why it's a scary situation, of course, when you live down south and something like that is directly heading towards your house and you really nothing you could do about it. I mean, it's a very scary thought. So, of course, we hope that he's good. He's good for next week. I will not be here next week, but I know you have Pro Wrestling Manager Kyle Kidman joining you guys next week on the show. I will be in lieu of going to St. Martin, the island with my wife for a couple of days for vacation. Much needed, well deserved. Waiting at our honeymoon last year. So we're getting it now.
You didn't get both your honeymoons last year. First you had the first one planned, then you planned Disney, and that got canceled.
Yeah, we still have the tickets for Disney, actually. It's funny as that is.
Take me, you can go. Come on.
Well, my wife's name is on it. You can't transfer the names of the ticket. That's the only thing. I mean, if you want to buy a ticket, you certainly can. They're a lot of money. I mean, they're not cheap anymore.
No, they're not.
But like I said, it's going to be a great show tonight. It's going to be a very laid-back show, low-key show, nothing crazy. There's really not much going on wrestling. Before we get into all that, we want to talk about how you could download our app and you can listen to our show. And here's how you do it. If you have an iPhone, you go to the Apple Store, you type in WWSRN. If you have an Android, you go to the Google Play Store, you type in Worldwide Sports. You can check out our show schedule, our articles. You can listen to the audio feed if you're driving. If you want to rewatch the show, you can watch the video again. If you want to listen to a clip or something that you like, you can do that again. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Periscope. We're also on worldwidesportsradio.com. And, of course, you have the Off the Mat webpage that Alex has done a great job at creating. It feels really weird without him tonight. It does. Because he never misses. But like I said, we're going to do a good show still. We're going to bring it. Of course,
he did once. That's why I originally filled in with you one time.
Yes. Many eons ago. That was in, I think.
Yeah, that was a year ago. Just not a year ago. Maybe like 9 months ago.
I think a year ago. I've done the show. I think I've missed 3 or 4. I think I've missed 4 shows. I know you've missed a few. I think Alex is until tonight only missed 1.
Yep.
That's amazing. 203-903-8271 is the phone number you can call. You can also write on our Facebook page. I will gladly read the comments. I know Snug is probably ecstatic to see Lyle's face back on the screens, as he always is. So as I was saying before, we're going to have an interesting show tonight because there's really not much going on in the wrestling right now. This is kind of, there's some things you're reading about, you're hearing about, but it hasn't happened yet. Like
next couple of weeks, it'll get bigger.
Yeah, exactly. And this is kind of and I've said it before in the past. Once Double or Nothing is kind of finished, this is kind of like the down point of wrestling. Like,
well, I don't agree with that at all because now we have Road Rager, then we have Fighter Fest, then we have Fight for the Fallen. So to a degree, it's not really a down. And now we have Money in the Bank. Tonight we have Great American Bash. It's just like the next couple of weeks. I don't
mean like a down point. I'm talking like big shows. Like you're not going to get a big show till August with SummerSlam. Like the extravaganza pay-per-view.
But you're going to have other big shows that are pay-per-view quality. Like you have Great American Bash.
No, that's fine.
100% pay-per-view quality show.
Oh, listen, what I'm saying is I'm talking like the extravaganza kind of show. That's what I'm saying. Like the spectacle show. The show that the company puts all their money and their eggs in that basket for. Like AEW does it with Double or Nothing. WWE does it with WrestleMania. Yep. New Japan does it with Wrestle Kingdom. So those are done until August. There's still good wrestling to a certain extent. I agree. There's good somewhat weekly show programming. It's just not I think it's now going to get better because the fans are going to be coming back, which we're going to discuss a little bit later on the next half, I believe. We're going to discuss that. We're going to get to some AEW conversation. We're going to get to stuff that's going on. And in honor of what's going on with Terry Funk, that's why I'm wearing my Funk You Terry Funk t-shirt tonight. So we're going to get into that later. We'll do our finishing move. But really, like I said, this is going to be usually we go from topic. With Takedown Breakdown, we always just went to just banter, conversation, just like sitting in a bar and talking wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, there's just different ways that Lyle and I do the show. And listen, we love when Alex is on because Alex has another opinion to the show, and that's what I'm saying. And usually, Alex actually, and we'll say this, Alex is the one that does keep us on track and gets us back into the conversation topic at hand. Where like if it's just Lyle and I doing it, we just go off the rails and
Killjoy flows.
We just start talking about the random BS that we do. But the first conversation we're going to have tonight is pretty much we're going to give our wrestling awards. And I know I'm not going to be there next week, but I do want Lyle to ask Alex the same question next week when you guys do the show as well. I'm curious what his opinions are in regards to awards for the first half of the year. So we're talking January to now, if I'm not mistaken.
January to now, yeah.
Yes. Let's see. No, there's no booing. There's no booing allowed. We don't boo on here. We only boo Arrow on his show. That's all we do. Actually, we don't have to boo. The fans boo him on the comment section. They boo him. They boo his opinions, but that's okay.
I'm sorry. He said some outlandish shit.
But you know what?
He does it on purpose. What?
He's proud of it, though. Listen, I give him this. He sticks by his guns. He tries to bring his argument to the table.
I'm gonna end it now.
Okay.
That's it. I'm gonna stop it while I'm ahead.
Well, but yeah, exactly. That's smart. Good for you.
I don't do that often.
No, tell me about it. You don't have to tell me twice. So we're gonna do our first half awards. So what were the award options, Lyle?
We're gonna do male in the first half, and then you're gonna say obviously why. Female in the first half, then match of the first half.
Okay. So do you want to start first?
I
think you and I are probably gonna have honestly the same answer for male. Didn't.
I'm actually shocked if you're gonna say something different. No, different than what I think you're gonna say. But yeah,
No,
I'm gonna go first. And drum roll, please. I'm gonna go with the first half wrestler of the year, and I don't really think there's a way to say anyone but him. He has had an unprecedented year. It has to be Kenny Omega.
Yes,
he has 3 world championships, and he has another unofficial one. I don't remember the last time that's happened. He headlined multiple pay-per-views that have had the most non-WWE pay-per-view buys since the late 90s. He has multiplied Impact's pay-per-view buys by like 10, which, we had a guest on, and he pointed out that, Impact had a very low number to begin with. So increasing it by that much, it didn't really make a huge impact. But if you think about how much money they were making, that was a huge deal to Impact because they made much more money. He has done so much more this year, especially having no crowd, than anyone else. I don't think there's any way to say that Kenny Omega is not the wrestler of the first half of the year.
I have to agree with you. It's a no-brainer. I think it's Kenny Omega, and like you said, the amount of work that he's put in and the time he's put in. But you see, right, like you're seeing the shows, for example. You're seeing the ratings of like Impact, like the numbers of Impact have gone up. Now they're not immensely gone up, like because a lot of people don't have the chat.
Actually they haven't. The actual show,
the Periscope numbers have gone up.
Yes, the actual show on Access has gone way down.
Yeah, well, a lot of people don't have access. That's the problem.
Yes, and people don't. Some people
don't know where to find it.
No. You used to have it. Did you even watch Impact when you used to have it?
I did.
Really?
I missed it. I did. and I missed it. I miss it a lot. I miss it a lot.
Well, you decided to move out over there.
That's how I fell in love with Sami Callihan.
He's great.
I think he's going to beat Omega for the championship.
I don't think Omega's going to lose until he loses to a Hangman.
No.
It's a terrible, terrible, terrible. Would be horrible for that storyline if you had Kenny Omega lose before then.
I mean, you could say that. I just don't know if anybody else in Impact that can compete.
Well, it will be Sami Callihan, but I don't think
Not now.
No, I think it'll be. I think Moose will interfere. We'll do something, and then at a later date, it'll be Sami Callihan and maybe a triple threat, and that's when Sami Callihan will win, and he'll win by pinning Moose, or whoever wins will pin not Omega, pretty much.
I mean, that's fair to say. I'd say Kenny Omega had an unbelievably good year.
If you had second place, who would it be?
I think Darby is one you got to put in that category. I think Darby.
I think it has to be Roman.
You could say Roman.
I think Roman.
I think Roman has killed it. I actually think Roman has absolutely killed it.
The one thing though that I think could end up killing his character a little bit is that he's going to get a huge pop when he comes back.
He probably will because he's a heel.
He is, but the thing about him is that he's supposed to be the heel. He doesn't get the huge pop. Now, is Vince going to be Vince and go, okay, now I want to turn him into a little bit of the old Roman? That's my worry.
I think it's going to continue this way because it's thriving really well. I think one sleeper that I think people are kind of missing on that's had an unbelievably good year is Deonna Purrazzo.
Oh, well, we're going to get to the female next. So now that you said that, you're female.
Yeah, you're right.
So you're female. It's
It's
Deonna Purrazzo going to the next one. So you want to say why? You go for it.
Yeah, I mean, to me, Deonna Purrazzo, I mean, look at what she did. She was basically somebody in NXT that wasn't utilized properly, which is very odd because Triple H has a tendency to really utilize the women wrestlers really well. And I think they completely missed the boat on using somebody like her. You see her as a heel. You see how well she works.
Well, I have a conspiracy theory about Deonna Purrazzo. And my theory is that, after All In, they had that big show. She had a phenomenal job. And once it started to leak, but that the Elite was going to have their own company, that's when they started going after and signing everybody.
Yes.
If I remember correctly, they signed her after the rumors came out. And my theory is because they went on a gigantic talent hoarding spree, right, as AEW was starting. Mm-hmm. I think they only signed her to keep her away from AEW because they never used her. They put her on the main roster one time, which was weird. Then she went back into nothing.
Yeah, well,
it didn't make sense to me. So the only thing that would make sense to me is if they signed her for that reason.
I mean, it could be the case. But really quick before we get to the film, going back, I agree with you. I think Roman has to be. I think Roman really has to be on there for the second place winner. I mean, what he has done has been absolutely absurd. He's kept SmackDown ratings up because of him. And he's somebody that's talked about, like, honestly, and I'll say this, I have a friend of mine who doesn't watch any wrestling, watches no wrestling. And I brought up both names. And he said to me, he goes, oh, I know who Roman Reigns is. I have no idea who Kenny Omega is. And kind of that tells you the popularity. Like, that tells you the popularity of what Roman Reigns is.
I think it tells you more so of what a mainstream company can do.
Yeah, of course. It could utilize your name and your brand more. That's what it does. And I think that's how people, like, think about it this way. If, like, everybody knows who The Rock is, right? Mm-hmm. So they all know who The Rock is. He's a major, major superstar, but he came from the WWE. Even John Cena. Everybody knows who John Cena is now. But, like, so say if Adam Page kind of did, like, similar things, but never did any movies or anything. Like, you think anybody's ever going to know who Adam Page is? Like, I know it sounds like apples to oranges, but it's, like, kind of true, though. Like, they won't really, like, my friend who doesn't watch wrestling at all will never know who Adam Page is, but he knows who John Cena is. He knows who The Rock is, not because they're just in movies, but because, like, he even knows, like, everybody knows who The Undertaker is. Like, my wife hates wrestling. She knows who they are.
She hates wrestling because of me.
She doesn't hate wrestling. I mean, you could be one of the reasons, but sure.
I scared her for good.
You know, it's like Stone Cold. Everybody knows who. I mean, okay, fine. Hulk Hogan. Everybody knows who Hulk Hogan is. We all do. Everybody does.
So we went from Roman Reigns to The Rock to Stone Cold to John Cena, then to Stone Cold, then to Hulk Hogan.
You'll see in the next few years, Roman Reigns will be doing movies.
No, he won't.
Yes, he will.
I don't think so.
I do. We said the same thing about John Cena. No way. He's not doing it. He's not The Rock. He used to make fun of The Rock for doing it, and now he's doing all these movies.
Maybe.
Let me tell you, if you get offered money, man, and if they do movies, and he has a connection with The Rock in Hollywood,
yeah,
he can do movies.
The Rock could definitely get him in.
He's gonna. I've told people this over and over again. You're gonna see in the next 5 years, Roman Reigns is gonna be so epically popular in Hollywood. He'll be out of the WWE in the next 7 years. Will not be here. And this is how it's going to be a cycle.
So who's going to be the guy who takes over after that?
That's the question, right? But that's the thing, though. It's like a revolving door cycle. They just get the next guy, the one person.
But who?
One person that they got to figure it out. They got to figure that out. Listen, they figured it out with Roman. Everybody thought when Cena left, no way. They're not going to replace him with anybody. They can't. Cena's he's the most popular guy since they got The Rock. Boom, Roman Reigns comes in.
Roman Reigns is not even close to what Cena was.
Oh, well, listen, John Cena is a whole different level of popularity because John Cena did it for years and years and years.
10 years. Before Roman came around.
And Roman, in due time, Roman will get there, and eventually will do Hollywood. When he does Hollywood, you're going to know who he is then. And then who's next? Maybe it's not even a male. Maybe it's a female. Maybe it's Charlotte. Maybe Charlotte.
I think it'll be Becky if it's going to be a female.
What?
I think it'll be Becky if it's a female.
Oh, 100% they would do Charlotte Flair. The last name. Flair. She's already won 13 championships.
But, yeah, maybe.
I mean, she's already won championships.
Female of the year, you had Deonna Purrazzo.
Yes.
And you said
I said about the amount of work that she's done, the amount, the time that she has spent into the way her character has become. I wanted to give it to Britt, but I don't think Britt's done it from like January on. She did it the last few months.
No, she's done it since she got hurt.
That's what I'm saying, because she got hurt. That was the thing.
I think that's even more impressive.
Well, I mean, she did.
You got however she is, by getting an injury and sitting in a wheelchair the entire show.
No, and I understand that, but at the same time, I'm talking about you're talking promo work in the ring, pay-per-view matches, high caliber weekly. Purrazzo has done it. Listen, if you want to give it to Britt,
I know what it was
allowed, but I don't think you could go wrong with either one of them.
Now, if we're talking female of the year from January on, female of the year from January on. Okay, we're back on topic on that. I'm going to completely skip that bait. I think it's really hard, to be honest.
There's a lot of them. You could even go.
I don't think it's hard. I think a lot of the big names. Well, not hard because there's a lot of them. Hard because a lot of the big names really started taking off before January. So then you have to take off all that stuff. So that would eliminate Becky and Sasha. And then it would be Britt. It would be Rhea Ripley or Bianca. And Bianca and Rhea Ripley, I think they've fallen off mightily since they won the title.
Well, I have to tell you, Sasha, if you want to, if it was back from last year on,
it's Sasha. 100%.
Sasha wins it by a mile.
Yeah, but that's why I think it's Britt. Look at what she has done for a while, and it's extremely impressive. I think that it is so. Look at her match with Thunder Rosa, both of them.
Of course.
Look at what she did.
Put her on the map,
what
right?
she's done.
Put her on the map.
Yeah, I think it's night and day between her and anybody else right now in women's wrestling. I think she's number one. I don't think anyone could really top her right now, just from January to now. If we're talking about in general, in my opinion,
Charlotte is still one.
I put Charlotte or Sasha, but Yeah, I think right now from January on, it has to be.
I mean, Charlotte Flair is
Has
still
to
the
be.
best. Charlotte Flair is still the best women's wrestler in the world.
By far.
It's that you could put Sasha in there. I wish Tessa would not have gone into so much BS and trouble for herself. Then she's top 3 as well. She was going on the cusp of that list, and she did what she did. Stupidity. But to me, I look at it as, I think when it comes to the amount of work and the stuff that Charlotte Flair has done the last few months, it's not been the amount of work that she's done. And I agree with you, Rhea, and it's a shame because Bianca is uber talented, and I think her promos. It's weird with Rhea. You know, I was listening to Bust It Open when Bully Ray said it best. It's crazy. When Rhea was in NXT, she was so natural, and she came off with the way the costumes looked and her attitude. And everything. Now she comes out, she's wearing all black, black makeup. It's too much. You're throwing it into my face, and this is not what Rhea was. Rhea was natural. She was a bitch, but she was a cool bitch. Now she's wearing all black like she's emo, and it's getting to be like, whoa, this is like too much makeup on her now, and you're really trying to do too much with her look. And
they gave her the Ronda treatment with those eyes where they had the makeup on there.
Oh God, I couldn't stand that thing with Ronda. Ronda wore, it was ridiculous. She looked like she had like butterfly things on her eyes. I couldn't take it. It made me nauseous with the glitter and the rainbows on it.
But now they're doing that to her.
That's what I'm saying. No, but they're doing real. It's all straight.
Yeah,
it's just straight black.
Well, they did red for a while.
They did. They stopped it. Now it's just black. It's even worse. The red was terrible, and now it's worse. But it's like,
which I don't understand what they're doing with her. Ever since she lost to Charlotte, it's been downhill. It really has been.
Well, listen, you could say what Aleister Black said. There's no reason why NXT players should go up to NXT. NXT wrestlers should go up. There's no reason for it.
I don't see why there's even a reason to force them up. But I digress because we could sit here and talk about that until we're blue in the face and never have a reasoning why they call guys up just to kill everything.
No, trust me. This is a conversation we've had with Alex a billion times, and Alex has agreed with us that it makes no sense. They should keep things the way they are, and you know. But what's the? There was one more award. I think
one more match of the first half of the year, and I will go first on this one.
Okay.
Now I was really stuck. Which ones to choose? The couple, and I think ultimately is the match of the year, and I have to go for it. Actually, there's one more after this one. No, it's in the second half of the hour after 8:30. Honestly,
oh yeah, we have a favorite moment we have a favorite moment also during the empty arenas.
Well, that's going to be with one more other one in the second half hour. It has to be Kenny Omega, Orange Cassidy, and Pac. I think it's match of the year right now. It was phenomenal at Double or Nothing, which was the pay-per-view of the year at this point. I don't know how you can not give it to that match. I don't think there was anything better than it. Now, NXT tried to have the 5-man match, which was great, but it wasn't as good as the triple threat. Now, if you wanted to go and say, you could have said the tag team match with the Young Bucks and Moxley, Kingston. You could have said
you guys are the Young Bucks versus Death Triangle.
Yep. You could have said so many different matches that happened on NXT, mainly NXT, and could also say Shingo and Ospreay.
I was literally, I was gonna say any Will Ospreay match since the empty arena has been awesome. Shingo
Ospreay, that one or the Kenny Omega Orange Cassidy Pac match. You take either of those two matches, and I think you're right on the dot.
I mean, to me, you know, I look at this situation and I look at Will Ospreay and I saw the work that he put in, but anytime he fights Shingo Takagi, it's remarkable. It's a shame because Shingo's championship run has been stopped because of the pandemic and stuff going on there. So, like, he won the belt, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like shut down again. So now when they come back, I don't even think he's had a title defense. I don't think he's defended it once yet.
I think he had one.
Did he? I don't even think he got to one. But it's like, either way, it's, to me, any Will Ospreay Shingo match, I would say, is fantastic. I agree with you. Listen, the Death Triangle, Young Bucks match on Dynamite was great.
Great.
Rosa Breaker,
That was so good.
You know, the Lights Out match.
Now, I'm going to cut you off for one second because we're both in a pattern right now. We're saying the best of the first half is all AEW stuff. Now, a lot of people are going to say, oh, it's because you're biased, No, we're not biased. We watch all the shows. Now, what do you think is the major reason why WWE match quality is just not there compared to AEW?
Well, I will say this. To be fair to NXT, I did like the Fatal 5-Way match. I was a big fan.
WWE, I mean, main roster.
Oh, I mean, it's really the creativity of it, and they do the same matches over and over and over again. They've had Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre 3, and I love Drew. I love Drew McIntyre. You know me, I'm one of the biggest Drew McIntyre fans out there. They've had the match 3 times. I mean, it's 3 times. I will give them this: Daniel Bryan, Edge, Roman Reigns at Mania.
Very good.
Really good.
I would say that Daniel Bryan and Roman was better than that itself.
I will tell you this. I think Edge Roman coming up at Money in the Bank is going to be awesome. But I think
if they do Edge Rollins, that would top that.
I think SummerSlam, you're going to see it. Those 3 matches they announced: Roman, Cena, Edge Rollins, and I really think Lashley Brock is going to really. I
don't think they officially announced it yet.
They haven't. But they're going to, because it's only July. I mean, it's not to the end of August.
Yeah.
But those 3 matches are going to be bangers, in my opinion. I really believe that. But we got to get to break. When we come back, we're going to continue with more of our awards on the year. We're going to get to some AEW conversation. We're going to get into stuff about Terry Funk, of course, everything that's going on with his dementia. Is Speedy at the wheel? Is he sleeping at the wheel?
I think so.
There he is.
Hey,
I was like, we're going to break. I see him pop up in 2 seconds. I did not with the wheel, Speedy. Okay.
Now a little slower with the storm.
Really? See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I got the storm here too. I'm waiting for my power to go out eventually. Watch this happen. But,
watch us lose all this power, but not Alex.
That wouldn't that be something? Let me tell you something. When we come back, we're going to get to more of our awards. We're going to get into AEW conversation. We're going to get into Terry Funk stuff, our finishing move, everything, and so much more. This is Off the Mat right here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. We will be right back.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Do current market conditions have you nervous? Our experienced team of financial professionals at Heritage Harbor Financial Associates understands that no 2 investors are alike. We all have different goals, needs, and appetites for risk. That's why the one-size-fits-all approach does not work, especially when planning for retirement. At Heritage Harbor Financial Associates, we analyze your unique investment style so that you can work toward your individual retirement goals on your terms. Heritage Harbor Financial Associates can help you take steps to reach your retirement goals by providing a wide array of financial products to fit your needs, even for the risk adverse. Give us a call at 631-331-6599 to learn more or to set up an appointment with one of our financial professionals. You can also find us on the web at hhfa.org or on Facebook at facebook.com/hhfa.org. Our number again is 631-331-6599. That's 631-331-6599. Investments in stock, bonds, and mutual funds and variable annuities are not FDIC insured and are subject to fluctuation in value, market risk, including loss of principal. Heritage Harbor Financial Associates offers securities through AXA Advisors, LLC, New York, New York. Member FINRA, SIPC, annuity and insurance products offered through AXA Network, LLC.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover guitar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Dear John, I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but you've left me no choice. I'm leaving. Uncontrolled high blood pressure is really serious, and lately you seem to really not care. I've been there for you since day one, and I know you think I'm going to keep ticking, but no, my friend, I can quit whenever I want. Why can't we get back to the good times, when we were more active and ate more healthy foods, and you checked on me every once in a while? Is that too much to ask? I don't want to leave, but unless you stop ignoring me, what else am I supposed to do? Remember, when I quit, you quit. Sincerely, your heart.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Doing the minimum to control your high blood pressure isn't doing enough. High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get your blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late. Find out how at heart.org/blood pressure. Check, change, control. A message from the American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Jason Derulo. I love that music connects to people all over the country. But unfortunately, so does something else. Childhood hunger. 15 million kids struggle with hunger right here in America. And yet, every year, billions of pounds of surplus food in the U.S. go to waste instead of going to the children in need. Feeding America is working to change this. The Feeding America nationwide network of food banks rescues this surplus of food to help provide meals to families in virtually every community in the United States, including yours. But they just can't do this alone. Join me in the fight against hunger in America. For more information on what you can do to get involved, visit feedingamerica.org. That's feedingamerica.org. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America. A message from Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hey everyone. Let's all stop what we're doing right now and take a moment. That felt good, huh? Just like that, we had a nice special sort of moment together. Of course, they don't all need to be quiet moments to be special. They could be loud moments, goofy moments, sporty moments, dorky moments. Moments where we talk or walk or just hang out. It doesn't really matter. They all count. Because every time dads like us take a moment like that to spend with our kids, well, it's pretty momentous. Sounds like somebody agrees. So let's take a moment to make a moment. Today, call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
This is the worst town I've ever been in. No!
The champ is here. Now welcome back to Off the Mat with Alex Slows, Josh Silverberg, and Lyle Gillen.
Yes, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, for the second half of the first hour of Off the Mat right here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network with Lyle Gillen. I'm Josh Silverberg, and of course, Speedy Petey producing the show. Alex Slows is out tonight, hoping everything is safe over there with him in Florida. He will be back and better than ever next week. I will not be here again next week. So Lyle and Alex will be taking it. Good for you. So what is it? We have. I used to always use on Takedown Breakdown. We used to always write our topics down, and I would always forget.
I remember.
I used to always forget what we were doing.
What we're gonna do is
we're gonna do the award show, and then hold on.
Then we're going to AEW Road Rager.
Okay, so I remember. I think I remember. Let me see. And then AEW Road Rager Preview.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hasn't happened yet, so.
Yes. What was your favorite moment in the pandemic, or what are you most? Oh, we have two things here, but that's not awards.
No,
Okay.
it's not really awards, no.
Okay, so the first thing we'll have is, I guess, best moment during the pandemic era, and well, this lasted a lot longer than we anticipated. That's for damn sure.
Oh, let's go back a minute. Remember when we had Slice on Takedown Breakdown? And we were discussing about if we thought COVID would shut down WrestleMania.
Time out.
And everybody but you said no, it wouldn't.
Yeah, and I said to you, you're all crazy. I said the country's gonna make them shut down. Oh, but he's Vince McMahon. He's gonna ignore it. They're gonna give out sanitizing stations at FanFest. Get the freak out of here. You think this gonna come on? What? Even I thought that was crazy. I'm like, you're all nuts. He said the country's gonna force him to shut down, and they did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. They did.
Okay. So what do you think the best moment was during the pandemic?
You know, it's kind of, there were a few. One was seeing Sting come back in AEW. I thought that was awesome. I thought that was really great to see. I thought it was I loved it because it's just something that we never thought, we heard rumors, but everybody was saying it's not true, he's not coming, and then he did. Another I would say was Drew winning the championship over Brock. I think it was so unfortunate that that's how he had to win his biggest champion, his biggest moment of his career, is to have that in an empty arena against Brock Lesnar. And what was actually a pretty good match.
It was solid, yeah.
Yeah. But the one I would say that sticks out to me the most is probably, it's going to sound somber, is probably the Brody Lee tribute. To me, Brody Lee doing the tribute with AEW was something that I look back on, and I think AEW hit it out of the park. I think they really did everything to make it special. From wrestlers that he's had rivalries with, this wrestlers coming back like Eric Rowan, or Redbeard. You can't say Rowan. Redbeard, as they can. Jericho said it. Excalibur kept correcting him.
No, it's Jericho. It's Eric Rowan. No, it's Redbeard. No, it's Eric Rowan. No, it's Ed Redbeard.
It was like, but like I said, I would say those. It's probably Sting. Drew winning the championship, and Brody Lee tribute. One more too. Karrion Kross's debut entrance.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Was awesome. Nobody saw that coming.
The best moment. It's really hard because we kind of got into this little like comfortable zone where
I think the wrestlers got comfortable because they didn't have to travel.
That's very true.
And they didn't have to get reactions. They could do whatever the hell they wanted.
I have to say the Britt Baker Thunder Rosa match for me. It's really hard. It really is.
That's what she said, but sure.
Family show, Josh. Family show. I did do it to myself. I have to say the Thunder Rosa Britt Baker match. That was probably one of the greatest women's matches I've ever seen. And Regis, that's my final answer.
Like I said,
I want to say something different than what you said, though.
I would say the four I picked were legitimately really good ones. Right?
Yeah.
Like Sting coming out was so shocking out of left field.
It was, and the funniest thing about that was that they're not allowed for major signings like that to surprise on Dynamite anymore. because TNT got mad at it because they wanted everyone tuning in all at once. Instead of,
I mean, it's like, but like it's kind of weird, right? Like when you see it. So I thought the Brody Lee stuff was great. Bringing his son out was awesome.
that was AEW's prove it moment. Prove it that you're a major player in professional wrestling, and they proved. Unfortunately, it had to be that way.
No, of course, but you know what though, and they hit it out of the park with that. I mean, Drew winning the championship against Brock was phenomenal. It was a great moment for him. It was awesome, well deserved. And it's unfortunate he didn't get his moment to be the champion in front of a live crowd at WrestleMania.
He didn't do much for me as a champion. He really didn't.
Well, I think the problem was the way the booking was going on, and it was so tough because there was no crowd.
I think it's booking in the fact that that company, I don't know. It's just the way they book some guys.
He was handcuffed.
I don't see. That's what I'm trying to figure out as I talk. Is it was handcuffed from the company or handcuffed from him? Because I don't think he's very good on the mic, and he doesn't show much personality.
No, I mean
he's very dull personality-wise.
He did in the beginning. He started showing personality when he first got the championship, but then it kind of got dull because he had the same matches. But let's be real here: when you face Randy Orton 4 times, and you face Lashley 3 times, and you face Dolph Ziggler 3 times, and you're facing this guy 4 times.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's no chance for you to grow with new opponents. I mean, it's just
unfortunate.
And that's why
that goes back to booking and what they do. They do a very, very poor job of building talent. They do. They do a very poor job of that. For a majority of Drew's reign, it was Drew versus Orton.
I mean, it's fair to say. I mean, it's just when you have 3 matches against Dolph Ziggler, you really, and let's be real here, and I'm not making excuses for the guy, but are you really helping him out? Roman Reigns is getting Daniel Bryan and Edge, and and McIntyre is getting Dolph Ziggler. Is that really helping somebody out?
No.
So that's why I think.
But hey, after he won and beat Brock Lesnar, he got to beat the Big Show.
But you see, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we all get it. Oh, but Drew is so boring, and he's so. The hell do you want him to do? Look at who he's facing.
Personality on the mic, though.
I understand it, but how can you have personality if you're not giving him an opponent that is up to his caliber standard of a wrestler?
How many times did he face Orton for?
3 or 4 times.
Exactly, and Orton's damn good on the mic as a heel.
But
he's a face. He should be able to be better on the mic.
And they actually asked Randy that question during the Stone Cold podcast. They asked Randy the question, how you think Drew has been? He said, Drew was one of my favorite opponents ever. And Randy said, I have had a lot of opponents. He was one of my favorite opponents ever. He even said, Drew brought the best out of me.
It doesn't mean that
and
he's
I
good
hadn't
on the
had
mic,
in a very long time.
I don't think that has anything to do with him being good on the mic.
No, I don't. I think he's a very skilled wrestler. Some guys aren't great on the mic. Listen, Rhea Ripley's a good wrestler. She's not great on the mic.
I think it's the way he talks. He's very monotone. That's my problem with him.
You know what I said? But I think he has to get more comfortable. I agree. I think he has to get more comfortable. His booking was awful.
Yeah.
It was. They set him up to fail. And then, of course, the crowd comes back. Oh, yeah, you're not going to be champion, by the way. Thanks. You carried us during the pandemic. You're not going to get what you deserve. Thank you, assholes. Seriously. Like, you could be more. Like,
okay.
Could you be more of an asshole than WWE was? Oh, yeah. You carry us.
Whoa. They can be more of an asshole, actually. Releasing half of their roster when they are the most profitable they had ever been in their entire company history.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you. Yeah, you're going to carry us in an empty arena as the WWE champion. And by the way, you're not going to get your moment with the front of the crowd. And you get to lose at WrestleMania. You're welcome. Congratulations. What the hell?
Okay,
like,
so
that's low. That's like somebody putting in 12 hours of work. And like you're up for a promotion. It's like, oh, I put all this work in. I did all this work. Okay. And then you're going to give it to that guy who puts in a lot less work because for whatever reason, we're going to give it to him. Thanks.
Okay,
you know that working. You're cool.
What is something you really hated during the pandemic era and you're glad it's done? I'm going to go first with that one. But because I have a feeling you're going to say it and I want to beat you to it. the goddamn Thunderdome. Everything about it, everything about the wrestlers coming out there on the main roster specifically, pretending there are people there, look like you're talking and trying to get the crowd riled up, but there's no one in the goddamn crowd. The fake crowd noises.
I was waiting for somebody to jerk off on one of the screens. I'm not gonna lie.
I think someone did. I think someone played porno when it first started.
Not surprising.
Someone played image of like a KKK rally when it first started.
Oh, how wonderful.
I honestly am so good. Everything about the Thunderdome, everything about the fake crowd noise, the mannerisms with no crowd that the main roster did. It was so cringe, that entire thing.
You want me to tell you what I'm happy about? All of it. The Thunderdome.
Knock on wood.
Daly's Place. I'm tired of watching them in the same arena every freaking week. It's boring. I'm tired of Daly's Place. I'm tired of the Thunderdome. I'm tired of the empty arena and Impact.
So pause. Wait, hold on. Do you want NXT to return to how it was beforehand?
Yes.
So you want them to go back to being in one place all the time with a crowd?
No, that I don't. I want them to travel, but I want them to be in small arenas.
I will try to get you there.
No, I want to be in small arenas. No, you see, you're trying to do the thing with AEW and how they're not creative with traveling. No.
Okay,
no,
so
that's not doing it. No, smart ass. That's not working this time.
Our final question. Okay, so who is someone you want to see on what they're going to do in this next half of this year? Because I think there are a lot of guys who are on fire right now in every company, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do.
I mean, listen, you want to see what Kenny Omega's going to do. You're going to want to see what Roman Reigns is going to do. You're going to want to see what Adam Cole is. Adam Cole, to me, is one of the most curious guys after this Kyle O'Reilly thing. Is he going to the main roster, or are they going to have something set up for him in NXT long term?
I hope
even Karrion Kross. Who is the guy that beats Karrion Kross? Does Samoa Joe get cleared?
I think it's going to be Walter.
I think it should be Walter. And even in Ring of Honor, Mark vs. Jay just had their fight at the farm. If you didn't get to check it out, I'm actually going to watch it after we're done here.
I come over and watch it?
What?
I come over and watch it right now?
It's on YouTube. You can watch it for free.
Oh, okay. I see. I see how it is.
But the storm, it's 9:00 at night on a Tuesday.
Okay, Dad.
I'm just saying, I'm old, man.
You're only years than me.
Let me tell you something, man. I got a kid on the way. I got a dog. I got a house. I'm a wife. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I'm lucky I'm here.
Okay, so I gotta be honest. Yeah. I'm shocked you didn't mention him.
By the way, shout out to Kristen Smith, who's a friend of, obviously, one of my friends, along with Melissa's friend, watching, and Carl's watching today. How you doing, man?
I gotta be honest.
Love Carl, big Carl Falk guy, man.
I don't know how you can't say it's Miro. He has had probably one of the best title reigns of 2021. He has been on fire. I love what they're doing with his
Miro.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, I'm with you.
Wait to see how much further he gets pushed.
I keep saying who's going to beat him.
Who?
Jungle Boy.
Is that believable though?
Yes.
You believe Jungle Boy can beat Miro?
Carl just typed tropical storm here. So
where is he?
He's in Florida too.
Oh.
So
you go check on Alex for us, Make sure
hopefully Alex is okay, man. But we miss Alex tonight for sure. I mean, is it believable? Look, if you're gonna give Jungle, who's gonna beat Miro then? Will Hobbs, and then is Will Hobbs losing to Jungle Boy believable? It doesn't make it any better.
But he just lost to Miro, so I don't see it happening. Paul White.
No.
No, I would be so mad.
You guys have Mark Henry versus Paul White in the TNT Championship match.
And you know what would be very original for them to do if they did that match? It would be if the ring collapsed over a suplex.
I'm so sick of that stuff, man. Honestly, that stuff. I'm so done with it. To me, it's I don't know. I'm tired of the same old ring collapsing, big guys wrestling. this and that, stuff. Like I'm tired of it. Like to me, I mean, I don't know. You have constant tropical storm here.
So where do you think that
They
the
say,
pinnacle?
of course we do.
Where do you think the pinnacle goes in the second half of the year?
I'm curious. Actually, I think the pinnacle obviously is going to have a future. I think the more interesting question is where does the inner circle go? Because it kind of feels like they're breaking up a little bit, but in like a subtle way. Because now, if you notice, with Jake Hager and Santana Ortiz tomorrow night, you notice who's going to be at ringside with them.
Conan.
Exactly. So my thought process is, okay, is now Conan like a part-time person in the inner circle? Like, is this how we're doing this now? What is he?
I don't know. I don't know, but I said it, I think last week or maybe the week before, I want LAX back.
We all want LAX back.
If we had LAX and did Santana Ortiz, made it like a faction type thing with Conan, and then threw in Andrade, I think that'd be great.
Yeah, listen, if you can do that. He's another one I'm curious about, but when is Andrade going to actually fight?
He's fighting this week. I believe so, yeah.
Are you sure he's on the card?
I think he's fighting Seidel. Why don't you look it up?
I will have to, maybe. Okay. We can look at during the break.
Sounds like a plan to me, young man. I think we're just about at break time. I have 5 minutes left. Okay, so tell me what you would have changed. What would you have done differently about the entire pandemic era? I have no idea, because I hated so much of it. But
I think I don't know. It's really a tough question to ask, because I think this is a situation that no company's ever been in, and that they've never been able to control and handle. So, like, yeah. I can't really complain or justify what I think they could have changed, what they should have changed, because nobody knows. This is something that I don't think anybody ever thought in their wildest dreams would ever have to deal with. And
I hope not.
I mean, think about this. WWE lost a ton of money. AEW is a brand
no,
new
they didn't. WWE made so much money. They made billions of dollars during this entire pandemic from releasing people from the.
From what I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying. Though they had to release people to make their money up because they didn't have any crowds to buy their tickets and stuff.
Also, they made a lot of it back when they did. No, but also they have to pay for travel.
What about AEW though?
I would say that they were hurt more because I think they make less money from merchandise sales because they do it through PWT.
They get a percentage though.
They get a percentage, but they make less than WWE, which they make it themselves. So they get 100% profit.
But doesn't PWT makes the shirts though?
They make the shirts.
Yeah.
And then part of the sales money goes to AEW, and I would guess part of it goes to pro wrestling things.
Yeah.
But I would say AEW, they heard more. But yeah.
I can't complain. Listen, I mean, this was a very tough situation to deal with. I mean, if you want to nitpick at things, you certainly can. It's rightfully so. It's your choice. But in my eyes, this was tough to handle. I didn't totally like WrestleMania. Like, let's be real here. They had to shut down 2 or 3 weeks before Mania was canceled, and they had to bum rush the show. And I don't think the show was even that bad.
Hey, I got to give them credit for that. That was not a terrible show.
It was not a terrible Mania show. That show was better than 29. And MetLife, people.
I don't know. There were some better matches at 29. It was
really. Name one other than Punk Taker. Name one.
Well, on that card. Come on.
Who?
I was gonna say Punk Taker.
Other than that, who else?
What was it? Triple H Brock
sucked.
Rock Cena sucked.
Saw it already the year before, and we all knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Ryback threw his back out. They canceled a match.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, they literally put 4 matches in a row. Del Rio and Swagger for the World Championship. Then they put Undertaker Cena. Then they put Brock Taker and Brock Triple H. Then they put Cena. So they put the World Championship, Taker Punk, Lesnar, Triple H, WWE Championship. 4 matches in a row.
Gonna be honest, I think.
I mean, they had a good opening match.
What was it? It was the Shield
Sheamus and Big Show versus the Shield.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. I don't remember much of that show. I had a giant pole blocking half the ring.
That's all. Every time you go to Mania, it's not going to change anything.
It sucks.
I would have loved to go to Mania in LA though, man. I could still do it. Maybe
we definitely still can. Not
2
this
years
year. The year
away.
after.
We got 2 years. So I mean, we got 2 years at that point. My kid's going to be what, 2 years old at that point? I mean,
Holy crap! You can do math.
I mean, at that point, my wife can handle it.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, she don't need me at that point.
He said in 2 years, his unborn kid is going to be, what, 2 years old? Wow, that was some...
Oh, wait, hold on, no.
No, it'd be like a year and 3/4.
Yeah, a year and a few months. Yeah. Yeah, so. Carl has a good question. Better finishing move, the DDT or the People's Elbow? DDT.
DDT, that's a classic now. You think about it, everyone does it. They do their own variation.
The DDT is the best, but it's really the best the way Jake Roberts does it. To me, my favorite finishing move is between probably the Diamond Cutter and the RKO. Love.
Same move.
Nah.
Different name.
No,
Same move, different name.
You say that, but you can see. Look at the angles of DDP and Orton.
It's the same move, different name.
Oh, listen, it's the best move though. I love that move.
The cutter. It's very good when done right.
DDP's Diamond Cutter is a little slower. Actually, when you look back, then Orton's happens very like fast. He grabs them and they go down quick. With DDP, he used to just grab them and just drop them. Like Orton just jumps, leaps, grabs it, and boom, you're done. You're dead.
I don't know. I don't know. I was a huge Shawn Michaels guy growing up, so I have to say super kick is probably my favorite finisher or favorite move. But yeah, Shawn Michaels was my guy growing up.
Well, we have to take a break. When we come back, we are going to be previewing. Thank you for the question, Carl. Appreciate it, man. Keep it coming for sure. Glad you're staying safe over there in Florida. When we come back, we're going to get to some AEW previewing stuff. Lyle's going to preview some stuff. He's going to preview some of the matches that is coming up. We're going to get to all of that. Carl says the lead drop was classic. Let's see. I don't know why I put an angry face. And he said, who would win? Paul Bearer, Bobby Heenan. We'll answer that when we come back. And we're going to get into some stuff on Terry Funk tonight. If you haven't heard the news, we will get into all that. So stay with us. We got about less than an hour left here. This is the Worldwide Sports Radio Network, Off the Mat. We'll be right back.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Be fearless at MMA Long Island and Seituha Karate. Located at 28 Cold Court in Ronkonkoma, MMA Long Island is the martial arts school for you if you want to learn combat-proven techniques, build confidence, discipline, and self-esteem while learning real martial arts to fight back against bullies, predators, and peer pressure. MMA Long Island offers group and private lessons for all ages and levels in traditional Goju-Ryu karate, MMA, and self-defense. MMA Long Island is one of Long Island's most affordable martial arts schools. There are no promotion, belt, or membership fees, and family discounts are available. All classes are taught by 7th degree black belt sensei John Benedict with over 30 years teaching experience. So whether you want to get in the ring or protect yourself and your family, MMA Long Island can help you reach your goals. Visit MMALongIsland.com. That's MMALongIsland.com or call or text 516-381-9660. That's 516-381-9660.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Hi, I'd like to report a bear hug.
Yeah, okay.
Well, we were building a bonfire, and I saw some, dry brush and leaves around, so I said to move the bonfire somewhere else, and out of nowhere, Smokey Bear shows up and hugs me.
So you noticed some wildfire hazards and moved your bonfire to a safer location.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Smokey, all right. He likes it when people help prevent wildfires. It hits him close to home. Not everybody gets the hug, my friend. So that's pretty special to get a hug from Smokey Bear.
So it was him. Hey, guys, I told you it was Smokey.
Okay, well, congratulations, my friend. And thanks for calling. There are many ways to prevent a wildfire. Learn how you can do your part at SmokeyBear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Sponsored by the U.S. Forest Service, Ad Council, and your state forester.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. Waking up every day, lifting him from the bed to the wheelchair to the car to get him to therapy on time. It's no small task between the doctors and the diagnosis, but nothing can disable this love. This is my big brother, my hero. He's part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. See, there's no time for tired. This starts again tomorrow. He'll be waiting for me. I wake up for him. I know he needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community, or call 877-333-5885. Caregiving Resource Center. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do. Oh, 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 tell the world I see with an emoji. To stop the bullies.
Know someone who's being bullied online? Send the witness emoji. It looks like an eye in a speech bubble, and it's in the symbol section near the clocks in your phone. You'll let the world know it isn't cool, and you'll let your friend know you care. Learn more about the witness emoji at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. Feedthepig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to mooch off your friends.
You gonna finish that grape?
You mean the one in my mouth?
You don't need to stop buying the necessities.
What you're smelling is natural musk.
Ew.
You don't need to be a medical test subject.
How do you feel?
Mostly okay. Sometimes, though.
You don't need to get a second job as a stuntman. You just need an internet connection. Don't get left behind. Start your personal savings plan with the tips and tools on feedthepig.org. That way, you don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
All right, deal.
Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
It is the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Are you ready?
Now welcome back to Off the Mat with Alex Slows, Josh Silverberg, and Lyle Gillen.
All right, everybody, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, right here. This is Off the Mat right here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. I'm Josh Silverberg. I'm just trying to fix this right now. There we go. So I can have the comments up. I'm trying to fix this right now, along with Lyle Gillen and, of course, Speedy Petey on the board. I'm Josh Silver, joining you every Tuesday from 8 to 10 p.m. right here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. Again,
Not okay.
I figured. Again, don't forget a reminder, next week I will not be it. I will not be here. Lyle and Alex will be here. Kyle Kimmin will be joining the show. I believe when the show begins, so they will be taking over. I will be listening to the show as I will be packing for my voyage to St. Martin for the next about Wednesday, Thursday, about 5 days. I'll be gone, so it'll be awesome. Definitely happy, deserved break, and like I said, my wife and I are both excited and everything like that, so we can't wait. And then
I'm excited for Melissa.
What?
I'm excited for Melissa.
Why?
Just go on vacation.
Oh, well, listen.
So
if
she's going up before you, right?
No, actually, so it was interesting.
I thought she was.
No, so her mom and sister are actually leaving on Saturday. And I told her, I said, I think you should go. And I'll just meet you there like on Wednesday. I think you should just go and I'll meet you there Wednesday. She didn't want to. She wanted to go with me.
Well, that's very sweet, but I think she could have definitely used a couple days away from you.
She loves being with me. Are you kidding me? She hates it when I'm away from her. She gets like upset.
Why? I throw a party the second you walk out of the room.
No, not with her. It's not. She gets upset when I do my show. She gets upset. She goes, "You're doing your show." She goes, "The show starts at 8. Why are you going down at like 7:30? Like, what's wrong with you?" You know. But like I said, everything is like I said. It's kind of crazy. We have a gender reveal. You know, the next week, and then after that, we have a
So out of curiosity about the gender reveal,
we have we have a private gender reveal that's in the next 2 weeks. Yeah.
what if whatever you're doing to reveal fails and it doesn't reveal anything? Does that mean that it's like non-binary?
That means at this point we're just gonna have to open the envelope and say, "Screw it, let's just see what it is." You know what I mean?
I think it means it's non-binary.
I mean, well,
That's the baby saying what it wants to be. You know.
I don't know about that. I mean, I don't think the baby really has a choice. I mean, at this point, the baby is. The baby is. I mean, they have a choice in life when they get older. If they're born like a woman, they want to be a man. I can't tell them. I'm not going to tell them. Hey, listen, whatever you feel comfortable with, that's on you. You know, I'm not.
Don't be like Mark.
We're not going to touch base with that. You know. I love it. One of my friends, Tommy, who just texted me, he goes, Josh, because he's a big Met fan. He goes, Josh, let's go to Philly when the Mets play there. We get Philly cheesesteaks at Pat's and get in a fight. We never go back there, man.
You don't have to do much to try to get into a fight in Philly.
You don't have to do anything. You sit there wearing a Mets jersey and it starts a fight. They get pissed. I got an usher yelled at me when I was 13. I wasn't even wearing a Mets shirt. They were just yelling at me. I'm like, dude, what are you yelling at?
What animals?
He was an usher too. It was vicious, man. But really quick before we get to our next segment, we just want to say how you can download our app, and it's free, by the way. What you do is type in WWSRN. If you have an iPhone, you go to the Apple Store. If you have an Android, you go to the Google Play Store. You type in Worldwide Sports, click install, download our app. What you do is you get our free articles, show schedules, content. You know, if you're listening in the car, you can get the audio feed, all that good stuff you get there. WorldwideSportsRadio.com. Check out our website. It's one of the best. Check out our Off the Mat page as well. Alex does so much with it, with our guest list, recaps of the show, all of that, and so much more. Well, first off, I didn't even ask you, how was your 4th of July plans and everything like that? Or you didn't do anything?
I ended up doing nothing. I relaxed. I stayed home. Josh, how was Errol's house?
Didn't go.
Oh.
Well,
hey,
no.
Speedy! Hey, Speedy!
He didn't go either.
No, I didn't. Oh, he didn't go?
No. He had his family.
Did nobody go to Errol's house?
Well, look. I couldn't go to Arrow's because I had. We're not doing this. Why are we doing this on the air? I couldn't go to Arrow's house because I had.
It's funny.
I had plans already. That's why. And these are, you know, it was planned several weeks before. Speedy had family. He was hanging out with his family. It's nothing personal.
I wasn't. Yeah, it was. I'm sure it would have been a phenomenal party, but
Arrow's parties are always phenomenal parties.
I usually go to my friend's house every year, but this year I was a little under the weather. I'm still a little congested, so I stayed home. But yeah, I had a good 4th of July. I got to relax, catch up on some sleep. That's what matters when you're my age.
Exactly. I tell you what, at this point, you know, you want to get as much sleep as you can, but we're gonna get into our AEW stuff now because we already only have like 15 minutes left in the before we go to break already. It's crazy.
Okay. I'll read off the card.
Yeah, so go for it.
It's Orange Cassidy and Chris Statlander versus the Blade and the Bunny. Now this match I'm excited for. It's the Pinnacle. It's FTR and Wardlow versus Santana, Ortiz, and Hager.
I'm excited about that because of Conan being at ringside.
Not the actual match, but Conan.
Yeah, that's essentially it because I think Conan adds intrigue to the match, right?
He does,
like,
yes.
Here's what he's gonna do.
And then just answers your question. I was correct again. It's Andrade versus Matt Sydal.
Well, we know who. I mean, basically, they signed Sydal to be basically a jobber.
I don't like that. I don't like that term.
I don't either. But has he won a match on Dynamite in how many? Since
I think he won some tag team matches, or one tag team match maybe.
Well, with his brother.
Yeah. And then we have Young Bucks versus Eddie Kingston and Penta in a street fight.
Which is good. They're keeping that rivalry alive. I know Mox is out with the baby and stuff, so at least they're keeping that rivalry alive.
Yes, they are. I want them to give the belt back to Mox personally. I'm a little biased.
With the tag belts?
No.
Oh, what, the heavyweight belt?
Very much. Yep. He didn't get to have a fair shot with that belt, and I think it's a crime. He should have had a better chance. Also, and then we're gonna have ya boy Darby Allin versus Ethan Page in a coffin match.
Well, let's see. So far, Darby Allin beats Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page on a 2-on-1. I mean, this should be an easy cakewalk for him then.
And that's true.
I mean, you're talking about. I mean, you could have buried a wrestler like Ethan. So far, Ethan Page. Let's see, got screwed. We lost cable. Then we got screwed in his debut match. We heard NBA basketball, and then he loses a 2-on-1.
Oh, that was so bad.
Ethan Page has gotten screwed more than anybody since he's gone to AEW.
Like, that wasn't even AEW's fault, the basketball thing. That was all TNT.
But let's be real. He's gotten into every single situation, Ethan Page.
Yeah, he has.
He's been really booked not good since.
And then the main event is Cody Rhodes versus QT Marshall.
That's the main event?
Yeah, it's going to be in a South Beach strap match.
Oh, my God.
It was a great card. And then
like the middle match of the night?
Well, I don't know that. It's probably going to be the tag team match.
I don't think so. If you say that's the main event, then that's what the main event is.
That's just how it's listed on the sheet.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's going to happen because the Bucks have main evented like Dynamite like the last, I think, like 3 weeks. I don't think they're going to constantly have the main event.
No, they haven't.
Didn't they main event last week?
The Young Bucks usually are in the middle of the show or the beginning. That's where they generally are.
Lately.
They might have, maybe they were last week, but for the most part, since Dynamite started, they're the first match or the 9 o'clock match. Because they are a ratings grab. Well, they have been proven to be one the entire time.
All right, so I mean, now they're in Miami for the show, right?
Yes, and it's not sold out.
They didn't sell it out? Wow, that's bad.
The entire upper deck looks like it's kind of has a lot of seats.
God.
But the next week in Dallas is all sold out.
They're all sold out all the time.
No, it's not Dallas. It's Cedar Point. I don't know if that's near Dallas or what, but
well, let's be realistic here with the situation. Okay. They've been in Florida for how long now? Very long. That's my answer. I was meant to question for you. Oh, look who's back on NXT. Oh, it's nice to see her back.
Who?
Tegan Knox.
Oh, I heard she was on Raw yesterday.
Awesome. I'm
She
glad
did a dark match.
Oh, I'm so glad she's back.
Yeah.
I like Tegan Knox.
Yeah, she was great.
She was awesome. I like her.
I'm glad she's back.
She's cool.
What did she do?
She came out to interrupt Candice LeRae and what's the partner's name? What's her tag team partner's name again? Shoot. What's the tag
You're
team
the one
partner's
watching the show right now and you don't know?
Well, it's on mute.
I'm going to wait to figure it out.
What's the tag team partners? You know, like what is her Indy Hartwell? That's the name. I remembered it. I just thought of it in my head. Indy Hartwell.
I love Indy Hartwell. She's gorgeous. She's one of my favorite women on NXT right now.
I think Tegan Knox is a very pretty girl.
Let's not turn off our entire female audience of probably 0.
What are you talking about? What do you mean? We're just giving a rating, you know, like Tinder does.
No. Honestly, I'm looking at the card. I gotta say, there's a good 4-match chunk here that looks like it could be amazing. You have the Darby Allin match, Young Bucks, Andrade, and Pinnacle. All those matches could be great. Now, Tony Khan did say that he wants that he's gonna stack every AEW card from now on, and I hope he does because he's putting out cards like this, and they look at Fyter Fest and it's not as good, like compared to this card right here. What is stacked for Tony Khan? Because this is a good card. I think Fyter Fest is better.
Fyter Fest is way better.
I don't know what the matches are. I'm gonna look them up really quick.
Well, you're also probably going to get some returns. Like I'm sure Moxie's going to return. I'm curious what these guys are going to and these girls are going to get in front of a live crowd now. They've had a live crowd, a big show, but I guess Daly's Place is like a different kind of venue. You've been there before.
It's a wonky venue.
What is it?
It's wonky.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
That's
a little.
the best way to describe it.
It's a little mini place. It's not a big.
It's like Jones Beach if you're from the New York tri-state area.
And also, Io Shirai and Zoe Stark won the women's tag team championship.
I don't see any matches.
So there you go. Io Shirai and Zoe Stark are the new NXT women's tag team champions.
That's actually intriguing.
Well, Zoe Stark's awesome.
Yes, she is.
And Io Shirai is
well, she's Io Shirai.
Yeah, she's Io Shirai. Oh man.
I guess you could say Io Shirai is evil.
Ha ha ha! Very funny. You're trying to.
But
yeah, I know. But I can't. You know what? I'm not surprised they didn't sell out the Florida show because let's be real here. How many people have probably already seen an AEW show in Florida?
Okay, let's also be real. The distance between Miami and Jacksonville is ginormous.
It overnight.
He's telling me they're going to drive during the week from Miami to Jacksonville, stay overnight, they come back. Now, if it's a major show, possibly. But if it's not, that's...
Well, maybe AEW should broaden their horizons, and actually, when they have the opportunity to leave
let's check this out.
It's not go down to Miami as your next place.
Miami directions to Jacksonville. How long of a drive?
I know it's going to be very far. I know. I've done
5 hours, 3 minutes.
That's not even that
so,
bad.
It's not, but like you'll be back at like 4 a.m.
So what? I've done the drive before. It's not even that bad.
I don't think it's going to be. I really don't.
When you have the opportunity, you've been in Florida for X amount of a year now, X amount of months. Like I think it's time.
Well, they're going to be going to Texas next week now, so it'll be interesting what they do. I think they're going to do very well on Fyter Fest in this next month, rating wise.
They're going to do better because they have the crowd again.
Yes. Hallelujah. And please don't bring back the what chant, please.
New York, man.
That show's going to be both those shows.
The Grand Slam show is going to be. It's kind of crazy. You go from no Dynamite shows to going to back-to-back weeks.
I can't wait for that.
I feel like I should be part of the storyline. Like I should have part of it right.
I would rather watch QT Marshall than you. No offense.
No, I'm saying write it. I don't want to wrestle. I want to write it. I want to wrestle. I wouldn't even write QT
Whoever
Marshall.
wrote the collective Nightmare collective storyline is going to make a better storyline than whatever you come up with.
All right. You sure about that? I got to tell you, QT Marshall should be thankful if I even put him on my storyline list for AEW Dark. Okay. Let's be real here. Guys cool. Not that good, though. No.
He's not, but he's there to put over Anthony Ogogo.
Anthony Ogogo. Do you ever think he comes out to the song like George Michael does? You wake me up before you go.
And that's it. I quit the show. Goodbye.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. I have to see you again. That would be
after 3 seconds. In all honesty, I think having the crowds back are going to be a huge boost for this. For all the organizations. I mean, let's be real. SummerSlam is going to be at I think Speedy. We're gonna wait for Speedy. Come on, Speedy. I have a question for you.
Alex should sing that next week.
What is the name of Speedy? Why'd you leave?
He said Alex has to sing before you go next week.
No, Speedy. What's the name of the Raiders Stadium in Vegas?
Alliance.
I think that's right. I think it is Alliance. I'll look it up.
Is it Alliance? How many? Do you know how many it holds?
They're not doing SummerSlam at the Raider Stadium.
Yes, they are.
No, Manny Pacquiao is there.
No, they're doing it at the Raiders football stadium.
Allegiant Stadium.
Allegiant Stadium. They just announced that's where they're doing it. They just had a commercial for it.
I thought they were doing it somewhere else, and the Manny Pacquiao fight was there.
No, they're doing it there. Nope.
Manny Pacquiao next fight.
65,000 he holds.
That's nice. Let me see. SummerSlam 2021. That's nice. Yeah, they're doing it at Allegiant Stadium. I have it right here.
Okay, now I'm curious about where the Pacquiao fight is.
It's probably going to be at the Indian Grand or something.
That would make sense.
Caesar's Palace. Boo! I'd rather go to SummerSlam. Saturday night? Speedy, what would you rather do?
What were the options?
SummerSlam or Manny Pacquiao fight? You get to see wrestling or an over-the-hill Manny Pacquiao? Your choice.
Or go to a GCW event and watch people
Get the hell out of here.
and literally kill each other.
What is that, some gladiatorial thing?
Nah.
Pretty close, to be honest.
You actually might be right. It's pretty.
Okay, so it's wrestling, but it's deathmatch, which they're actually cutting you. They're actually fucking you up. I'm sorry for my language. That's the best way to describe it. There was a match between Moxley and Nick Gage one time, and I watched a Dark Side of the Ring episode, where Nick Gage took a pizza roller and sliced Moxley's tongue.
By the way, really quick, I have
a pizza roller. That's something.
I have to bring this up. So right now the Mets are in a rain delay. So what they're having on the big scoreboard, they have a simulated game of Ken Griffey Jr. baseball from N64.
Oh,
that's great.
Interesting.
That's awesome. God bless them. That's great. That's more entertaining than the real sport today. But, to me, I think...
what do you want to see at Fyter Fest?
What's the card again for Fyter Fest? Or is it
There's nothing announced, I don't think.
Yeah, nothing announced yet. Okay, so, the show is sold out, though.
Yeah. Sold out. They don't know the card. I can't find anything on it, so...
It's kind of crazy. They actually got the show sold out, and they don't even... Wow, that's crazy. The show is sold out. But, I'm just watching this whole thing with Indy Hartwell and what's his name? It's like weird. But anyway, I'm curious if they maybe bring somebody in.
Who?
Like a guy they sign or something.
I don't know. That could be.
I mean, it's a sold out show, live crowd again. Just saying, like
maybe Moxley returns.
Moxley could return. I'm curious I'm wondering who Omega's going to get next. I guess it's probably Christian.
Probably.
Yeah, it's probably Christian. He'll be Christian. But then Uno's kind of set the trend, right? With Paige.
I have to say that has been the best storyline for a while. And if you really go back far enough, what was that first vignettes of the Dark Order really say? Dig deep into your memory, Josh.
Oh, forget about it. That's so. Join the Dark Order.
Oh, no shit. They said that if you're feeling lost, if you have no friends, along that line, to join them, and they could be a family. And now you look what they're doing with Hangman.
Yeah,
I think they have actually been planning this storyline since day one. Since day one. You really break down what the Dark Order did.
Yeah.
They have been looking to try and recruit Hangman for a long time. I think this is a phenomenal storyline and that they have stretched out maybe a little bit too much because of the pandemic, but I'm not going to fault them for that. But it's been a phenomenal storyline.
I like it. Listen, I think it's something that when you look back on and you really put all the tea leaves together, as they say, it kind of gels into something like this. And I think Evil Uno kind of marking the territory of where he thinks Hangman is going to come into play in this. And Kenny's saying he's not even on my level. I've beaten him before. And he didn't even mention his name, but he knew who he was talking about. We all did, which I think leads to All Out is when I think in Chicago is where I think Hangman's going to get that moment. Because
I don't think so. I think their first match, Hangman should lose or Hangman should have a draw. I think a draw.
You know what? I understand it, but at the same time, I think full circle. Remember, Hangman lost his biggest match in All Out.
People are
makeup.
People are talking about maybe having the first Rampage be Hangman versus Omega. If they do that, I think that would be a great match to have Hangman have a draw or lose.
No, that's fine. And then you can have him win an All Out. Then that's totally fine. Yep. Because you know why? I think what they want to do is they want to have it be full circle, right? So he lost his biggest match of his career, Hangman, at All Out.
I think it should be Hangman versus Omega at the Rampage first show. Now, it has to end in a way where, to keep the storyline going, where it looks like Hangman's about to win, time ends. He has to be either big pin and time ends before 3, like he had it won. Because he has to play it as he can still win. He can still do it. Because that's what the entire storyline of with the Dark Order has been. To try and rebuild him and teach him how good he can be and bring him back and give him friends and try and build him up again. If he loses flat out, it kind of kills that.
I agree.
So if he has a draw where he's about to win or it looks like he's going to win, then I think that works out great.
No, and I think that would work perfectly. I mean, we always say it's like the Okada Omega mantra. That's the route to go. But we're going to go to break. When we come back, we're going to get a little more into AEW. We're going to get to stuff about what's going on with Terry Funk and the disappointing news that we got earlier today in regards to Terry Funk for sure. And we wish him the best with to his family. And we'll detail all that for you when we come back. And when we get to our finishing move, a little early tonight, we'll let everybody go on their merry way. But that's okay. We still have had a great jam-packed show tonight. But we're going to continue it when we come back. This is Off the Mat right here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. We'll be right back.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Edward Lehman has been a trusted insurance advisor for over 16 years with insurance solutions for auto, home, commercial, life, and retirement. He's located at 54 Sunnyside Boulevard, Suite H in Plainview. That's just 1,000 feet south of 495. Local agent, local advice. The time to think about insurance is before you need it. So do yourself a favor and before you pay your next insurance bill, give Ed and his team a call, 516-935-3900, or visit him online at www.allstate.com/EL. Edward H. Lehman Insurance is your trusted insurance advisor.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, game show host, father of 5, and all-around big dude. I'm also an expert on drama. I know all kinds of drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids. There's the bad kind like season-ending injuries. There's the necessary kind like having an agent in Hollywood. And there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your high school diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org.
Or text diploma to 97779. Message and data rates may apply. Reply STOP to opt out. That's diploma to 97779. And leave the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her.
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge.
Got to get this all straightened out. Keep a little talking to, man to man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve! Is now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend.
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org, a public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
This is you over 30 years ago.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
And this is your mom when you drive her back from therapy.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Roles change without us noticing, and in your new role, we help you help. AARP gives you the information to help care for your mom so that you can have patience with her, just like she did with you. Visit aarp.org/caregiving or call 1-877-333-5885 to get practical health and wellness tips to provide even better care for your loved one.
Are we there yet?
Remember, visit aarp.org/caregiving. AARP, we help you help. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I liked things to always be the same. Anything new or different would scare and upset me. I was very sensitive to lights and sounds. It was almost like I had bigger eyes and ears than everyone else. So I built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. I didn't like looking people in the eye. It made me feel uncomfortable. I'd throw big tantrums over little things like when my socks didn't match. Sometimes I'd do the same things over and over. Until one day, I found out I had autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I learned how to live with it better.
You can see signs of autism in children as young as 18 months. Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Rest in peace. Welcome to the Shield of Justice. I'm the Boogeyman, and I'm coming to get you. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Now, welcome back to Off the Mat with Alex Slows, Josh Silverberg, and Lyle Gillen.
Yes. Oh, whenever they get the screen off.
Speedy.
There we go.
Hey! Speedy, more like flowy.
Oh, stop it. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Off the Mat here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network, joining you every Tuesday night from 8 to 10 p.m. live here on WSRN. I'm your host, Josh Silverberg. Of course, with me, my co-host, Lyle Gillen. Alex Slows is down in Florida, staying from the hurricane, tropical storm, whatever it
He's
is.
holding onto his roof for dear life at this point.
He'll be back next week. Hopefully, he is safe and good and happy.
Blow away.
All right.
It's like the Wizard of Oz. You see Alex flying by with
the Wicked Witch, it's you. Trust me, instead of the Wicked Witch, it's you. That pops up.
It's Alex.
No, it's you. Alex is Dorothy trying to get away from you.
No, definitely Alex. Alex is the Wicked Witch. I'm the cute dog Toto. You are Dorothy.
First off, Alex doesn't have a mean bone in his body. That kid.
Fine, but he's the monkeys that are flying around trying to kill everybody.
If anybody, you look like the monkey with your hairy face going on. So we got a few more things we're going to get into. We did over AEW stuff. We did everything. Let's get into a little bit about what happened with Jimmy Uso and the news that came out earlier today. And it's really disappointing because Jimmy Uso's in a huge storyline right now. And he gets another DUI. And I think this goes past wrestling. I think this goes to the point of he needs serious help. He really does. He is a guy that's had these issues before, and he really needs to maybe go to rehab or something to fix himself. And I really hope he does, because he's a really talented wrestler. You know, him and Jay both are really good wrestlers, and it's just disappointing that this has happened for sure. shocking because, like I said, he was really getting a big push in this storyline with Edge and getting involved and everything like that with Roman. Lyle, what were your thoughts when you heard about this today?
I think it's pretty horrible, to be honest, but it's because, WWE is a product that is geared towards children. And now Jimmy Uso, who, everyone in WWE, every wrestler, is a role model to somebody. Now, somebody's role model has had their 4th, 5th DUI. It's a very bad role model. WWE is a different type of company than AEW or New Japan or Ring of Honor, where these guys are role models. This guy should not be in this company anymore. What are you saying to the millions of children that watch? Oh, yeah, he can get DUIs, get drunk. But meanwhile, that kid goes to school and is taught in whatever DARE program, if it still exists, that drinking and driving is bad. It's just, I think he needs to be let go. I think, enough is enough.
I mean, you could be let go, but don't you think WWE should reach out and help him, maybe?
I think they should take him to rehab, but he should not be an employee anymore. You have to send the message that this is not the right thing to do. He's a grown adult. It's being a dick, but, how many times does he have to get a DUI before he's gone?
I understand.
Or arrested?
I understand and I get it, but I don't know. I would let him get help first. Give him one last opportunity. Let him figure it out, and then go from there. I understand what you're saying. It's a product, and you got, but
he's had 5 strikes.
I know it's
time.
Maybe WWE was helping him out too late. That was another thing.
Maybe. Do you think they turn this into a storyline like Jeff Hardy?
No, absolutely not. They will.
I hope not.
No,
they did it to Hawk also, right?
Well, that was in the Attitude Era, though.
No, it was after the Attitude Era, I think.
No, it was in the Attitude Era with draws. No, it was in the Attitude Era with draws.
Wasn't it during the early 2000s?
Nope. Nope. It was LD 2000.
So early 2000s.
No, but they just called them. They came back in 1998 as LD 2000. It's not really changing what they did. They were doing it in the Attitude Era with Hawk and stuff like that because it was the Attitude Era. They could get away with anything, and that's why they did it. I mean, it's facts. So before we get to our finishing movie, we want to touch base on what happened with Terry Funk and basically the announcement that came out today. That's why I'm wearing my Terry Funk shirt tonight. I know I've worn it on the show before, but I want to because Terry Funk is one of the best wrestlers that has ever wrestled in the ring, and the news that came out today that he has dementia and he's now been put in a home. And it's very disappointing. It's very sad when you get the news of something like that, especially somebody who was a pioneer in this business that had been doing this. I think he'd been wrestling since the 70s. With obviously with the Funk Fit with Dory Funk and all those guys, and he had all of those different situations. Would you fart or something?
No, I thought I was about to sneeze and then it stopped.
Oh, it sounded like you looked ready to fart.
Yeah, I was about to sneeze and I'm like, it stopped. And like halfway. That's why I turned my mic off.
Really, you're doing this during this moment? This moment you're doing this? What a dickwad!
You're the one who called it out.
I'm just saying, I was distracted. I mean, geez, you're making these faces, But to me, Terry Funk is all the stuff that he did, hardcore wrestling wise with ECW, in regards to Japan, and even in WCW, do some of the ridiculous things in WWE that he did. He was really a pioneer in this business that had been around for so long. And was wrestling until I think his late 60s, nearly to his early 70s. He was wrestling. And it really says something about a guy that's dedicated to his career and his life of professional wrestling. I mean, Mick Foley has always said he's one of the best he's in the business. Yeah. Tommy Dreamer called him his role model. This is a guy that literally made Funk You for hardcore students only. I mean, it's the only way you could get in, because that's all he was accepting. I mean, the death matches he did, the ECW matches he did, the ridiculous stunts that he did in WCW from sticking literally an entire chicken in his hand, and he put it through in his hand and he started beating people up with it. And it was so ridiculous, the things that he did, and being Chainsaw Charlie and running around with a chainsaw and what looked like a condom on his head, but it was really like a ski mask or whatever it was. There were some ridiculous things he did, but he made them into moments that were fascinating, interesting. Lyle, what are your thoughts and memories of what? Now, remember, Terry Funk has not passed away, but
no, he is not.
Dementia is something that it kind of gets to a starting point of a downward spiral. But what are your thoughts that you remember of Terry Funk?
Terry Funk is one of the all-time greats. His impact on professional wrestling in the United States and in Japan cannot, I don't think, really be put into words. What he did for ECW to put that company onto the map. What he did in Japan with the exploding barbed wire matches. He's an all-time great. He's a legend. Now, Josh, what is probably your favorite moment of Terry Funk's?
There's a couple. I mean, I would say probably his death match with Oneida. You could go back to his ECW matches with Mick Foley, his Cactus Jack. You could even do his ECW One Night Stand match when he came back with Tommy Dreamer, and did that. I mean, there's so many cool moments that Terry Funk has done in his career. I mean, just the rivalries he had, especially with Mick Foley, was crazy, and even going way back. The rivalry with Oneida, who he helped. He was his teacher, his trainer, in the '80s. I mean, you go back, like I said, with Dory Funk and everything of that sort. It's crazy. I mean, there's so many good things that you could think of with Terry
How
Funk.
many times did he win the NWA title?
That's a good question.
Didn't he face Ric Flair for it once? I'm trying to remember. I don't remember off the top of my head. I think he beat Ric Flair for it. I want to say he beat Ric Flair.
Let me look. I'm looking now.
I'll look up too now because now I'm curious. Terry Funk.
His match. If you ever saw a match with Ric Flair, was awesome.
Champion. Yes, I know he had some very good matches with Ric Flair. I'm trying to remember. Terry Funk wins NWA title. I don't care about this website using cookies. Okay, I don't know what this website is doing. Terrible website. 1969. Was that or that Dory Funk? No, it's Terry Funk. Yep. Yeah, I think it was 1969. He did it.
He was tag team champion with Cactus Jack. He was PWI Wrestler of the Year in 1976.
Far back.
ECW champion twice. All Japan champion.
You really look at what he's done, and he's not
been around for a while.
He's not in that category, unfortunately, as with some of the all-time greats, and he should be. You look at his impact on professional wrestling, and he deserves to be there. Do you think ECW would have been where it was if it wasn't if Terry Funk wasn't there?
I'm just reading more of his stuff that he did. I mean, it's incredible all the stuff that he did.
Yeah.
I mean, he's really somebody. He was, as I said, he's a pioneer. Like I said, I think it's, it's crazy.
Okay, so do you think ECW would have been where they were?
No.
In the end, without him?
No.
I don't think so at all. No way.
I think guys, when you look at ECW that were pioneers, were Funk, Dreamer, Taz, Sabu, RVD.
But you can make an argument that Terry Funk was a major reason why a lot of those guys got over to begin with.
See, it's crazy. I don't think Shane Douglas ever gets enough appreciation from ECW.
Because he kind of died off pretty quickly.
No, Shane Douglas was huge in ECW.
Yeah, but it's more towards the beginning. There was a certain point when he kind of wasn't.
No, he came in the beginning, and then he went to WWE, came back, and
didn't he go to WCW?
later on he left again. But he said, listen, he has the franchise when he was ECW champion.
Yeah, he was the man over there for a while. But
It was,
that
it was
was towards the beginning.
what is it with his group with Bam Bam Bigelow and Chris Candido? It was a great group. It was an awesome group with those three. But like I said, Terry Funk obviously it's a big deal. With everything that happened, and look, it's a shame. We hope we hope for the best. But they say you expect the worst, and with something like this, it's tough. You hope for the best, that's for sure. All right, man, let's get to our finishing move. What you got tonight?
What do I have for my finishing move? I really cannot wait for full crowd to be back.
Yes.
I don't know. It's not really the crowd. It's that everything I hate about what the pandemic did to make up for no crowd is gone.
It's gone.
The Thunderdome gone.
It's gone.
The pumped in crowd noise will not be gone because WWE has done that forever. They will continue to pump in fake crowd noise. The wrestlers coming up to the turnbuckle when they're doing the entrance and acting like a crowd is there. No one's there.
Nobody's there.
I don't. Oh my god! I remember when that first started. When they had no crowd and they showed a clip of inside the Performance Center. It was the first SmackDown with no crowd, and they showed it was Alexa, Nikki, Bayley, and Sasha, and they were just standing there in the ring talking. They were in the middle of the match. They went to commercial. And they were just standing there in the ring talking.
I think the most awkward was when Stone Cold came back.
I forgot about that.
I mean, that was about as weird as it got because it was like he was talking to people, but there was nobody there.
I forgot all about that.
And Stone Cold even admitted to it. It was horrible.
Everyone in that company is a giant robot.
No.
It's true. They're all robots. They don't know what to do to a crowd. And majority of them, when they were indie wrestlers, and I think the ones that were, knew how to stand out the most because they are used to having crowds of nobody. Think about it. Steen, Brian, you had Generico. These guys who did phenomenal during this pandemic because they went their entire career doing stuff in PWG with a couple hundred people.
Yeah, I know.
At most.
Yeah.
Going doing gymnasium in some random town with 20 people in it.
I know.
You look at these guys, those are the guys that really succeeded. Look at what the Young Bucks did, where they had a very limited crowd when they were a heel, but what were they doing? They were playing with the crowd on TV. They were doing some of that older stuff that they did, their older indie stuff, and it was working. It still is working.
I know.
These guys, they know how to act in front of no crowd. Where you look at what guys who've been in WWE for a long time, they don't know how to do that. It's just such a different type of place, and everyone's a robot there. It's just I can't wait for them to get booed because that Raw has to get booed so badly. It needs to get booed from the beginning to the end because it needs to be fixed, and I don't know what can fix it. SmackDown, they need a face, not a guy who's a heel that gets cheered. They need a face that gets cheered. They don't have that. They could have that if they used Steen, but they don't, unfortunately.
Well, to me, my finishing move is just like you said, it's the excitement, yes, of the crowds coming back, but all the different shows that are being planned on all sides, from NXT to AEW to WWE to Ring of Honor to hopefully New Japan can get back.
They're in a major rut too.
They've had, I think, honestly, you could say a lot of companies have had it bad. New Japan had it the worst.
Yeah, from injuries, from
Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor had to
be
be completely shut down too.
Yeah,
that was a killer. But you hope these companies can start making money again. They can start doing what they were doing, get better, and like I said, I'm hopeful that things will get back to somewhat normal and everything. Then we'll see going forward and hope for the best. But
so I have one question for you before we go away.
Yeah.
If you could have a dream reunion in wrestling, like guys getting back together, who would it be and why?
Does it have to be like any point in history?
Guys today, guys that are still wrestling actively.
I love to see the Shield get back together.
I gotta be honest, and I think there is no better answer than this. It's Mount Rushmore. Having Cole, the Young Bucks, and Kevin Steen back together would be phenomenal.
Oh, sure, you could have that too.
If we had Mount Rushmore again, oh my God, would I?
Never gonna happen.
It never will. It never will. And I want it to happen one more time so badly.
I know, but that's why I.
And if it happens, it can't happen in AEW. It can't happen in AEW. Has to happen in PWG.
I try to
Or
be
Ring of Honor.
more realistic, but
maybe when Steen and Cole realize they really can't go to past a certain point in WWE, they'll get the hell out of there and go somewhere else. Anywhere. I don't care. It doesn't have to be AEW.
No, listen, I would like the Mount Rushmore.
Ring of Honor. I would love to have Rushmore back. That was great.
I mean,
When they turned on Steen when he left, oh man. His final PWG show. I'm sorry. Like I want to go to California, go to a PWG show. And I wish I could go back like 5 years and do this, because back then you had I think you had Roderick Strong still there. You had was Steen still there 5 years ago?
No.
Maybe a little bit more. Maybe like 7 years ago. Yeah. Then you had him. You had Cole. You had the Young Bucks. PWG was essentially the best indie talent from from AEW and NXT and /WWE. It was great looking back, and it's probably still really good. I haven't seen it in a while because of the pandemic, but it would have been wow.
Sure.
I wish I could go back and watch that. That would have been great.
Well,
go to a show there. I mean,
first off, we want to thank all the fans out there tonight for for hanging out with us tonight. We are hoping that Alex and all the guys out there down in Florida are really staying safe, like Carl and obviously Jeff is in Florida and everybody like that. We are really hoping that everybody is safe, secure, making sure everything is okay. I just feel like lightning and thinking like a reflection in your room. Was that lightning?
Yeah, it's lightning.
All right, so I guess that means it's definitely time to get off the air. That's the answer before this goes out of control.
It's been doing it the whole show, man.
Download our app. Like I said, download. You could, if you have an iPhone, you go to the Apple Store, type in WSRN. If you have an Android, you go to the Google Play Store, you type in Worldwide Sports, worldwidesportsradio.com as well. Check out our app. It's free. Check out our website, Off the Mat as well. Alex will be back next week. I will not be here next week. These two are going to take, Lyle and Alex will take control. I will be back in 2 weeks, but you can check me out for the next 3 days on Sports Lab Match with Errol Marks and, of course, Speedy Petey, Wednesday and Thursday, and the Weekend Crunch at Saturdays at 7 p.m. on 103.9 FM, the LI News Radio Network. You can download that on iHeartRadio as well. And then next week, I am off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and for the Weekend Crunch on Saturday. So I will not be here all next week. I will be away. But like I said, this was a great show. Lyle, was awesome to have a Takedown Breakdown kind of reunion. Of course, we miss Alex. And we do hope in all sincerity. Shut up. In all sincerity, we do hope in all sincerity that he is safe out there in Florida. We know how rough it is right now. So, I mean, I'm watching it on the news as we speak. It's bad. So, like I said, wish for the best. But that's it for our show tonight, everybody. Like I said, don't forget to check us out on Sports Lab Mats and Off the Mat every Tuesday from 8 to 10. Sports Lab Mats from 9 to 11 tomorrow, not 12 on Thursday. Right here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. You can also check out our other shows like the Ryan Hickey Show, Weapons Hot, The Wise Guys, the Sports Lords, everybody and everything that is going on, and so many other programs that we have here for you. That's it for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, on Off the Mat. So for Lyle Gillum, for Speedy Petey, for Alex Slows, I'm Josh Silberg. This is signing off. Thank you so much for lending us your eyes and ears for the last 2 hours. Have a great rest of your week. Enjoy it. If you're in Florida, please stay safe. All right? Make sure you're okay and everything like that. Don't do anything crazy. In all seriousness, we want you to be safe out there. And if you're in a storm as well, be safe as well. Thank you so much, everybody. We're so happy that fans will be back at AEW tomorrow. Full-time traveling starting, I believe, tomorrow with AEW. So it's exciting. So for then, we'll check you out next week where Lyle and Alex will be in. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. Kenny Omega, what you have to say? Good night, everybody. Have a good rest of your week.
I must bid you adieu. So say with me now if you know it. Goodbye. Mwah, and good night.
Thank you for listening to Off the Mat on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. Your all things wrestling and sports entertainment. It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, game show host, father of 5, and all-around big dude.